Hello everyone. In the previous class, we have started with introduction to steroids, and there we have tried to understand about the various categories of steroids, and also we could understand that how steroid nomenclature could be done, and then the classification of the steroids based on the number of carbon atoms. We also have tried to understand how cholesterol is a part of steroidal system, and then its nomenclature and how 1 to 27 carbon atoms could be named. Based on the previous class, we also tried to understand that the basic skeletal structure of the steroidal system consisted of 3 6-membered rings and 1 5-membered ring. Now, in this way, we could understand that the skeletal structure would definitely have cyclohexane structure and a cyclopentane structure. But what exactly is that structure called, and how the numbering system to that structure could be dealt upon, will be given in this class. Let us continue with steroids. The term steroids applies to compounds containing hydrogenated cyclopentano-phenanthrene carbon skeleton. Now, when I look at the structure of phenanthrene, we know that it is an aromatic system where we try to understand that there is a presence of aromatic benzene type ring. This particular structure is naphthalene, and when there is a presence of another structure or another ring system, then we call it as phenanthrene system. Now, based on this phenanthrene system, we will be categorizing it under a system called as cyclopentano-phenanthrene system. The term steroid applies to compounds containing hydrogenated cyclopentano-phenanthrene carbon skeleton. Now, when I look at this cyclopentano-phenanthrene carbon skeleton, this will again consist of 17 carbon atoms: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, based on this system, we could understand that now the structure will have cyclopentano-phenanthrene carbon skeleton. Now, when I look at the steroidal structure, most of the steroids are alcohols. Now, for example, cholesterol, there is a presence of OH, and hence it falls into the category of alcohol. And accordingly, the names as sterols. Why do we call them as sterols? Because there is a presence of an alcoholic system. Very important examples will include cholesterol, ergosterol, estradiol, stigmasterol, and other representative compounds. Now we can see from their structures, most of them possess the same ring skeletal, but their peripheral structure feature and their stereochemistry and in the degree of unsaturation, all this differs. That means peripheral structural features after the 17 carbon atom, what is the long chain present, what is the stereochemistry, whether it is alpha stereochemistry or beta stereochemistry, and the degree of ring unsaturation, whether it is highly unsaturated or there is no unsaturation like that of cholesterol system. Let us look at some representative steroidal system. Now, when I look at this table, I can understand that there are many number of steroidal system which can be represented based on their occurrence and physiological properties. First example is ergosterol. Now, in ergosterol also we can observe that there are 3 6-membered rings and 1 5-membered ring, but the long chain differs, and hence we can also observe that there is a presence of OH, and in the long chain there is a presence of a C double bond C. Now, this is a sterol of yeast, gives vitamin D2 when irradiated. Now, the occurrence is in the sterol of yeast and it gives vitamin D2. Vitamin D2, the whatever systems that we are getting from ergosterol is your vitamin D2. Now, how can it differ from the starting material ergosterol? That is ring B. Now it is ring opened at the ring B junction, and then rest all system will remain same. So ergosterol giving a vitamin D2. Now this occurrence is anti rachitic factor formed by UV irradiation of ergosterol. What happens is when a UV radiation falls on ergosterol, it is going to give me vitamin D2. Anti-rachitic factor means it is dependent on how a blood level can be controlled in the body. Then comes stigmasterol. Stigmasterol, we can observe that again this is similar to that of cholesterol system, but there is a C double bond C in the long chain system after C17 carbon atom. Now here is the C17 carbon atom that we are observing. It is a plant sterol and it is formed in a soybean oil. Another example is called as equilanin. Now when I look at equilanin, ring A and B are aromatized structures and there is a presence of OH. And in a ring D, there is a presence of a carbonyl carbon system. Now this is a female hormone of horse which regulates the sexual cycle in horse. Now this equilanin system, it is a steroidal system which is a sex hormone of horse. Then comes estrone. Estrone we have already discussed. It contains OH and there is a carbonyl carbon. Ring A is aromatized structure. Now this is nothing but human estrogenic hormone which correspond to C17 alcohol. OH is trans to C13 methyl and is even more active estradiol. If this OH is trans, it means that if the OH is below, if it is above the plane, the OH that is present over here, if it is above the plane, then we are whatever estradiol we are going to get, that particular system is a more stronger system or a more active system which is called as estradiol system. Then comes progesterone. Progesterone is nothing but a human pregnancy hormone secreted by corpus luteum. Here we can see that in ring A there is a carbonyl carbon and a presence of C double bond C, and in ring D we can observe that there is a presence of a ketonic system, that is COCH3. This is similar to that of estrone, but there are few functional group which is going to be differing. In estrone there is a carbonyl carbon and in progesterone there is a ketonic group, COCH3 group present. Then comes testosterone. In the testosterone system, it is similar to that of progesterone, but testosterone in ring D we can observe that there is a presence of OH, and restol system is similar to that of progesterone system. This is a male sex hormone which regulates development of reproductive organs and secondary sex characteristics. With this we have already seen. Then comes androsterone. Androsterone is a structure in ring D we can observe there is a presence of a carbonyl carbon, and most of the structure is similar to that of testosterone, but here in testosterone there is a presence of carbonyl carbon and in androsterone there is a presence of a OH group. This is responsible for androgenic hormones of less potency than testosterone. So if I compare testosterone and androsterone, testosterone is more active compared to that of androsterone. Then comes cortisone. We have already discussed about cortisone also. Cortisone is going to have COCH2OH group and in ring A carbonyl carbon and a C double bond C. This is hormone of adrenal cortex once used for the treatments of arthritis. 6 and 9 fluoro derivatives have higher activity and fewer side effects. Now 6 and 9 means at position number 6. Position number 6 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at position number 6 and position number 9, if we have fluoro substituents, they will have a higher activity in cortisone, and this can be used for the treatment of arthritis. Then comes an example called as digitooxygenin. Here we can observe, no doubt there is a ring A, B, C, D, but also I can have a ring system which is a lactone like a ring system. It is a complex glycoside at the 3-hydroxyl in digitalis plants, potent cardiac poison used in small doses to regulate heart action. Now this particular system is used in small doses to control the heartbeat. Now we can observe that it is complex glycosidic system. Here in the glycosidic system I can observe that there is a lactone type of system which is attached to ring D. Then comes digitogenin. Now in this system also there is presence of A, B, C, D ring. Apart from that we have two extra rings. Now one is a furan type of system and the other one is called as a six-membered ring with an oxygen present. Now in this also we can observe that in ring A there is a presence of a dihydroxy system and in ring D also there is a presence of a hydroxy system. It is a saponin and it occurs as a complex glycoside, glucose, galactose and xylose. This is again a complex glycoside which is consisting of glucose, galactose and xylose in digitalis plants. This is also a part of the plant system. Lastly, the example that we can observe is alpha ecdysone system. Now this is nothing but it's a molting hormone of Cecropia silk moth. Now there was a pesticidal system where we discussed about the life cycle of larval system where the molting takes place. Now when I say a molting takes place, it means that upper layer of the skin is shed out. Now alpha ecdysone is also such type of steroidal system which is going to help achieve that. Here also there is a presence of a dihydroxy system in ring A. In ring B there is a presence of carbonyl carbon. At the junction of ring C and D there is a presence of OH and long chain systems are present. Now this particular system is called as alpha ecdysone which is a molting hormone of Cecropia silk moth. So these are few of the examples of the steroidal system. Sterols are widely distributed in both plants and animals. Many are of vital importance to animal physiology such as cholesterol, bile acids, vitamin D, sex hormones, corticoid hormones. Now we have already seen that sterols are very important in terms of various functions. Many also have value as medicinals such as cardiac glycosides, hormones and steroidal antibiotics. Now, the occurrence of physiological properties of representative steroids have been already seen in this particular table. Now, when we look at this table, we can see that few of the steroidal system, like for example, cortisone is used to treat arthritis. Now, when I come to this digitooxygenin, it has been used to treat the heartbeat. Now, such type of importance is seen in terms of various types of steroidal function. Now basically when I want to understand is I want to see that a steroidal system will always contain the system like phenanthrene system. Now if I want to see a phenanthrene system, I can see that there is a presence of a three ring system and this is a part of almost all the steroidal system that we try to study, be it systems like cholesterol, be it systems like cortisol, be it system like digitooxygenin and any type of system that can be studied. It will fall into the category of this phenanthrene system. Now, why is this named as phenanthrene system? When I say this has been named as phenanthrene system, this is because if I just look at this ring structure over here. Now, when I just draw this ring structure, I can draw a naphthalene structure and then comes the phenanthrene structure. When I say there is a phenanthrene structure like this, to this there has been an attachment of cyclopentane ring. So how they have named is there is a cyclopentane first and then there is a phenanthrene system. In this way, this particular nomenclature called as cyclopentanophenanthrene gives me a basic skeletal structure for all the steroidal system. Thank you.